Today we're going to do at-home Pilates workout. It's for beginners. It's also great if you've had babies, if your core is not that strong, if you have tight hip flexors, maybe tight neck, sore back, whatever. Pilates is amazing for everything, but this one's super beginner friendly. There's lots of modifications. And then slowly over time, over my next videos, we'll be adding more and more layers to it so you get more advanced. But today we're just going to start, since it's my first video, we're going to start really at the foundation of it all. So in Pilates, we focus on the 6 principles. It's really a blueprint for you to see where you are and where you need to be and where you're going to be later on and just compare. So it's great because it just keeps you safe. It makes the workouts really effective because the moves, they're super controlled and precise and not these big elaborate moves. So it's really nice to have this blueprint to just, to use. So it's really nice to have these principles. So the first one we do is for hips and for lower body. So we want to have a nice proper alignment. We want to make sure that our weight is even all on our toes and on our heels and on our pinky toes. So really just a nice base. And then we also want to create some movement in our hip joint. So that's where we're going to start today. We're going to just create some movement in our hip joint since we all tend to be super tight. And then the next leg, we're going to do a super short intro to Pilates since I know a lot of us are short on time and I want to get to the workout. Okay, and then our next principle is on our back. We're going to focus on our pelvic position. So for Pilates, pelvic position is really important. You either have neutral pelvis or imprinted pelvis. We try and get a neutral pelvis as much as we can for exercises, but a lot of us, we're a little tight, or maybe we're still new, or maybe it feels better on our backs and our core to use imprinted. So for neutral, it's really easy to find. You lay on your back, you find your hip bones, you find your pubic bone, and you make a nice little tabletop. That's your neutral pelvis, where you have a nice natural curve of your low spine and there's no gripping anywhere. Whenever you do exercises where you have legs up in the air, a lot of us feel better using an imprinted spine. So it creates a lot more stability. So what we do is from neutral, we just inhale and lengthen down the low back. You don't have to ram it down towards the mat, but just create a really, like a stronger base for you. And then exhale, release. Just try doing rocking the pelvis right now, just to try. Inhale, find your imprint. Exhale, neutral. The next thing we focus on is our rib cage. And naturally wants to move up with our inhale or whenever we lift our arms up, but we have to try and contain the ribs as much as possible, but not ramming or not like forcing the rib cage down. Just feel a little bit more containment and connection with the ribs. And then the next thing is our scapula, so our shoulder blades. There's only one bony connection, which is the clavicle. So the rest is all connective tissue. And so we are super prone to having tight shoulders or locked shoulders in place because of life. And so we want to create lots of movement in our shoulders before we start exercising. But we also want to remember that we want to stabilize our shoulders because they like to move around a lot since they move in 6 different directions. So we want to really stabilize our scapula whenever we do any moves. So pretty much any move is just stabilize your scapula whenever you get started. Even if I don't mention it, just remember, I got to set my shoulders in a nice, comfortable position. We can also give them a little bit of playing room, doing arm circles before we get started. Let them move in all of the directions that they like to move in. Then you can rotate the other way. Nice. And then you can also reach up to the sky for protraction and then retract them back, crack that walnut. Up and down. More. And down. And then lastly, we'd like to focus on our cervical spine, so our neck. It naturally has a little bit of an extension. And so whenever we do any flexing forward, we like to set our neck in a really nice, safe position. And so we do a thing called a slight head nod. So it's teeny tiny head nod. and up. So whenever we do any flexion, we do a slight inhale and flex. And sorry, we do a slight inhale and nod our chin, and then we can do any flexing forward. It just sets your cervical spine in a nice, safe alignment. So that's the principles. Just keep them in mind as you do each exercise. There's no rushing. It's just keeping you safe, controlled moves, just to make you feel really good. Now, so we're going to start with some ab preps. So we're going to put our arms behind our head and cup our head. Give a little bit of support to your head. We're going to have a nice neutral pelvis. No gripping anywhere. We're going to do a slight head nod on the inhale. And exhale, we're going to peel up and over, looking at your knees. Deep wide inhale at the top. Exhale down. Inhale. Up. Inhale at the top. And exhale down. Couple more. Head nod. Up. And down. Inhale, slight head nod. Exhale, curl up. You want to really feel it right here in your ribs, so under your broad line. So you're curling up and you're engaging that part. Deep wide inhale at the top. Get some pressure all around your rib cage. And exhale down. Next, we're going to go on our stomach. And we're going to do a breaststroke number 3. We're going to have a little ice cube underneath our belly button to create that nice connection with your stomach, keeping that engagement in your abs. You're going to activate your glutes so you have a really nice, strong foundation there. And then you're also going to put the tops of your feet towards the mat, and you're going to have a little connection there too, so energy there. Since we all seem to have tight necks, we're going to put our hands one on top of each other and your nose on top of them. And then you're going to feel as if your head's being pulled away to create a really nice long line. And so inhale, we're just melting forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, we're going to set our shoulders. We're going to charge up everywhere in the body. Set our shoulders. And then on the exhale, we're going to just peel up. Deep wide inhale at the top. And then exhale down and melt forward. Inhale, set your shoulders, charge up your legs, reach towards the front of the mat with your head. Okay, so then we're going to inhale, set our shoulders, charge up through the whole body. Exhale, peel up, feet stay on the mat. 3-dimensional breath at the top. And exhale down. One last one. Inhale, set energy, and exhale, peel up. There should be no low back pain. Deep wide inhale at the top. Exhale down. We're going to do a nice little shell stretch. So this is kind of like a child's pose, but it's more of an active pose. So you're really engaging your abdominals, and it's more of a stretch along your whole back. Really stretch that spine. We're going to have our legs a little further away from us. You're going to be sitting on your sit bones. You can move the juicy parts away from your bottom. Going to have a nice neutral spine. And we're going to be curling over, engaging your core. And then reaching. Really set your shoulders back so they're in a nice position so they're comfortable. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the pelvis, move the pelvis on the femur. So on the femur, you're going to move the pelvis on the femur. That's really great for Pilates. We use this move a lot, so we get really comfortable with it. So to start, we're going to inhale, start curling down, move that pelvis on the femur, really hollow in here, and then push up. Inhale, curl back. Exhale, forward. If you start to have your feet lifting, you can just go down a little bit less, or really use your low core. That's where the move is really coming from. So let's try that again. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. One more. And really use your exhale with pursed lips. Nice. We're going to go on our backs. Single leg stretch. This one feels really good. So for modifications, we're going to start with modifications first, and then I'll show you a little bit more advanced. So we're going to just inhale, settle. Inhale, legs tabletop. Exhale, roll up. Then we're going to have our hands against our knees. And as you inhale, you're going to stay. Exhale, you're going to press your foot away. Exhale. Inhale the top. Exhale the other leg. So you don't want to rotate your pelvis at any point. You want to stay really stable here. And then if you feel like you're ready for that, you can start adding the rotation. So what we're going to do is we're going to exhale, reach your leg long. You're going to hold on to this knee, and then you're going to switch. Inhale at the top. Really use your quads. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Next is scissors. It feels lovely. So we're going to have our legs up towards the sky. They don't have to be completely straight, whatever feels good. Tight hamstrings makes it a little bit hard to have super straight legs. So we're going to, again, do an ab prep up. So inhale, set your head. Exhale, curl up. Your two legs up. Grab one calf and then extend the other one out. Exhale, switch legs. Exhale, switch legs. Inhale top, exhale down. Now you really want to make sure that you're not rotating your body at all. It's all coming from the core and the quads and the glutes. So you can also try adding a little double stretch. Last one. Legs up, bend them in, and lower down. So shoulder bridge. So legs on your back still. Your heels a little bit closer to you. Legs slightly apart. So abducted. And you're going to engage your core. So really inhale and exhale, pursed lips. That really engages your pelvic floor and your transverse abdominis, so your deep core. Okay, and we're ready. So on the next inhale, we're going to peel through imprint. Exhale up. That's your glute bridge. And then at the top, you're just going to lift one leg up and switch legs. Really focus on not rotating the pelvis. Really engage your core. Engage your glutes. Inhale the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, lower. One more. Each side. You should really feel this in your glutes and your core. And lower back down. And we're going to work on our roll up. So really reach high. Your legs and your arms reaching high. Your ribs are not popping up. They're really contained. And then on the next inhale, you're going to press away with your heels Push away with your fingertips, and then you're going to head nod and curl up. Vertical pelvis, but you're going to reach your arms forward. And you're going to, again, move the pelvis on the femur to roll down, engage your lower core, and roll down. Inhale, set your head. Exhale, peel up. And lower down. If you need to bend your legs a little bit to get up, that's totally fine. You can also use a little bit of momentum, but really it's core, glutes, legs. And inhale, set. Exhale, curl up. Use that breath. One more. Inhale, set. Exhale, curl up. Reach away with your heels. And up. Next, we're going to do spine twist, which feels really nice for your back. We're going to twist your spine, so we want to make sure that we have a really nice long spine. You're in a really nice alignment, since when you twist, you're already compressing your spine, so we want to be really safe. So we're going to do genie arms to start. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Really, the move's coming from right here. So exhale. And your head is staying in line with your sternum. You want to have your arms lengthen out. You could try doing 3 pups too. Lengthen. Lengthen. Next, we're going to do our sideline series. So we're going to lay along the back of your mat in a nice straight line. You're going to rest your head on your arm, and then you're going to plop your feet to the corner of the mat. Really engage right here. And keep that connection, really important. Keep a nice straight line, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lift the leg up to hip height and down. Up and down. Just to hip height. One more. Now we're going to pop our legs straight. Really keeping that engagement right here in your core. You're not dumping down. And then we're going to reach along with your toes. And then on the next inhale, you're going to lift it up again, hip height. And then we're going to do some little circles. Just tiny little circles. Make sure you're not rocking back and forth as much as you can. And then the other way. You want to have a really nice alignment. So really nice long line. And then the other way. All the way down. And we're going to lift up again. And then we're going to lift this little buddy up. And then exhale down. So inhale up, up, down. Inhale up, up, and down. Up and down. And down. And then if you want, we can do a nice little stretch. Stretch. And then we're going to go to the other side. So again, nice long line along the back of your mat. Really keep that engagement. Then we're going to move our legs to the mat, to the corner of the mat. And then we're going to lift hip height and down. You can point and flex down if you want, or just point and down, whichever you want. And one more. And then legs straight. Really make sure you have a nice long line. We're going to up hip height and then start doing our circles. You can anchor your arm here. You can also have your arm here, which is harder for balance and not rotating, whichever is your preference. And then other way around. And then go down. And what we're going to do is lift one leg up, lift your friend up, and then down. And then we're going to do a nice little stretch up and down. Make sure you're not dumping in your core, your upper body. Oop, I'm rotating. It's uneven. Nice, one more. Nice. Now we're going to do some push-ups. So to start, we can do tabletop. And we're going to do more of the tricep push-ups. So we're really going to press down, and we're going to do 3 little inhales and then 1 exhale up. So set your shoulders. You can have your arms right under your armpits. Engage your core. Engage your glutes. You can press the tops of your feet towards the mat. And then you're going to inhale, 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 exhale. These are tiny little push-ups. Make sure you're leading with your sternum. You're not leading with your nose. So. Nice. And then a little shell stretch. Thank you so much for joining me for my first video on YouTube. I'm so excited. You can follow me on Instagram, Pilates by Kai, and then you can also subscribe so you can be notified whenever I have new videos. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you wish for me to take into account for modifications, if there's anything you really want to focus on. I'm all ears. I'm here for you to make you, feel really good in your body and to love your body and to just feel amazing. So let me know. Talk to you soon.